Okay, it's exactly 5 minutes gone past the hour of 9 on the AM side, and this is Eagles Outlook, where we talk politics and current affairs. Now, what do we have to say today? Something turned up on the front page of Nigerian newspapers yesterday, where it has to do with the fact that 83% of Nigerians have little or no trust in Tinubu government. I mean, it's more like a poll that was conducted, right? And that poll being conducted by whom now? That would be the API, yeah? Yes. So the API is calling for, they went through a poll, and they decided to see how much of Nigerians, or how much of the Tinubu administration Nigerians are indeed endorsing. Now, the API stands for Africa Polling Institute, okay? Africa Polling Institute, they made that research. But this is coming at the heels of the fact that 3 days ago, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu issued a directive to the Nigerian armed forces to decisively confront terrorists, bandits, insurgents, even separatist agitators threatening the nation's unity and peace, right? Now, that directive was also given during the 2025 Nigerian Army Day celebration in Kaduna, where Mr. President, represented by the Vice President Shatima, emphasized the need for a united and uncompromising response to these security threats. But despite this directive, though, a recent survey by the African Polling Institute reveals that a staggering 83% of Nigerians have lost trust in President Bola Tinubu's administration. And this distrust is coming from a number of factors, right? Okay, now my name is Udwak Daniel, and I'll be having my guest join us via phone call. He is in the person of Comrade Babatunde Oluwajo, and he's an anti-corruption activist and advocate for good governance, political pathfinder as well. But let's delve just a little bit into some of the concerns of this discourse this morning. One of the concerns will be the place of economic hardship, right? Probably being one of the factors that is leading to this staggering 83% of Nigerians not endorsing the Tinubu administration as it stands. Insecurity, of course, being another. You and I know how insecurity has ravaged this country. Yes, give it to Mr. President. It didn't quite begin with him. With the Goodluck Jonathan administration and all of that, we saw that going on. Even the Yaradua administration too, we saw it all, begin to rear its head. Now it is Hydra. Insecurity in Nigeria is Hydra. Multi-dimensional. It's crazy. Now, just yesterday I mentioned that somewhere in Masaka or Ado area in Nasarawa State, of course, there was an armed robbery case. Now they came in two consecutive days. In other words, they came yesterday and they came today. That's what I'm trying to say. That's it. So insecurity now has gone to another level. It has been upscaled, so to speak. And there is no light in sight. Perceived corruption. Oh, that is even a conversation that we will not stop talking about. It's just there, staring us in the face. And the distrust in institutions such as the National Assembly, the judiciary, and all of that. How do you explain the fact that the National Assembly is saying that they've not seen the CTC served on the Senator Akpoti Uduaghan case? That they've not been served, they've not seen it. And Natasha is saying she's resuming today. Natasha Akpoti Uduaghan, she's saying she's resuming today and all. And they say the Senate is waiting for a showdown. And then it takes us to the place of the judiciary and the National Assembly, please. Are they tussling power, or are they trying to prove a point? What exactly is going on? Who is supposed to respect who? Who's supposed to bow to who? Well, we've seen court cases flying left, right, left, center, where Supreme Court will give a judgment. Okay, most of the time it's being settled at the Supreme Court level, but yeah, you see the high courts You see, the different courts giving different judgments here and there. I mean, it's just really crazy, right? Don't you think? This might just be the reason. Regional disparities, desire to emigrate. More Nigerians are wanting to leave this country. Give us the chance and say, opening the floodgates of abroad. And you'll be shocked how many Nigerians will leave this country, deserting us right here. Low confidence in institutions. And we've been talking about it, that, hey, it's time that we strengthen the institutions and make them stronger than individuals. But it does seem as though the reverse is the case. Individuals are stronger than the institutions, such that they dictate for the institution what should be the agenda of that institution, right? Okay, well then, there has indeed been quite a number of issues, but I should read out some statistics for you now. Distrust in institutions now. Well, the survey included 5,465 face-to-face interviews across Nigeria. This survey, right, conducted by the API, talking about the Africa Polling Institute, right? It included 5,465 face-to-face interviews across Nigeria, which highlights some key findings. One of such would be the distrust in institutions, where 82% of respondents lack confidence in the National Assembly, while 79% distrust the judiciary, have no trust whatsoever. Distrust in government, of course, this one, 53% of the respondents have no trust at all in the Tinubu government, while 30% have little trust. Now, when you look at the place of regional disparities, now trust levels vary across regions, with the Southwest region showing particularly low trust in the federal government at 27%. The desire to emigrate. 53% of Nigerians citizens would relocate abroad if given the opportunity. And one of the reasons that they are citing is worsening insecurity, worsening economic conditions, basically. Now, when you look at the place of confidence in institutions now, the survey also shows that low confidence in other institutions, including National Assembly, of course, judiciary, that's 79%. For National Assembly now, they've lost trust in the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio. They've lost trust in the House Speaker, Tajuddin Abbas. That's 82%. For the judiciary, 79% have little or no faith in the judiciary, more under the leadership of the former Chief Justice Kayode Ariwola, I beg your pardon, Kayode Ariwola, and the current CJN Justice Kudirat Kekereekun. So that's it. That's the statistics for that. And the API's 2025 Social Cohesion Survey suggesting that citizens' trust and public confidence are currently at their lowest ebb compared to previous editions of 2019, 2021, 2022, and all of that. So they are calling for urgent action to rebuild trust and promote national unity. And some recommendations, have also been put out there, that there should be some more inclusive governance, transparent communication, anti-corruption efforts, very, very important. But now we're connecting with our guest. Let's see where this conversation will lead, where his thought lines will be based as to why, firstly, if this is even true, and secondly, why he believes this is the issue. And then we open the phone lines and get to hear from you about as to what your own thoughts would be in regards to the topical issue. But first, let's hear from this personal story from Aisha, who is a 30-year-old trader from Kaduna. Now, she's sharing her experience, and this is what she says, and I quote. She goes on to saying, I've lost count of how many times I've had to flee from my shop due to security threats. The government seems powerless to stop these attacks. I am worried about my family's safety and the future of our country. Now, Aisha's story is illustrating the human impact of Nigeria's security challenges and the erosion of trust in government. What is your story? I mean, quite a number of us, we have gone through tough times, and they say the tough people last, not tough times. Tough times don't last, but the tough people do. But as it stands, aren't the tough people beginning to lose their ebb? Beginning to lose their stand? Beginning to lose their focus, their firm grip? Divided, together we stand. How much of that togetherness are we? How much of inclusivity is it that we have embraced, that we experience? Can we indeed beat our chest and say that we've found the place where our voices are heard, not just heard, but action is taken? I mean, with the sweeping statistics showing that most Nigerians, a whopping 82% of Nigerians, having little or no trust in the National Assembly, it brings some scary thoughts to mind. And then when you think about the judiciary too, where 79% do not even believe in it, whether under the leadership of the former Chief Justice Kayode Ruwola, or even the incumbent Justice Kudirat Kekereekun. Have we been able to build stronger institutions that indeed reflect the yearnings, the aspirations of Nigerians? 70 vigilantes feared killed. We read that in the front page of Nigerian newspapers this morning. Forest guards cannot combat the firepower of an AK-47 rifle from terrorists. Yet, there has been talks about empowerment of the forest guards. One of our family members have said, I think James now, that look, the way it seems, the forest guards don't have the power, the capacity to combat insecurity. Now, are we going to talk about corruption? And please, based on what index can we really say that we've made progress? Well, economically, we have prided ourselves to be economically on the right track. I mean, many times Vice President Kashim Shettima, while speaking on behalf of his principal, Mr. President, had said, oh, economically we're in point. In fact, even the Minister of FCT, Nyesom Wike, had come out to say that Nigeria was dead already, that we were already dead before Mr. President took over. And Mr. President, upon taking the oath of office, had said, in fact, even during his campaigns, even while in office, he had addressed us, saying he's not going to complain, to saying, oh, I inherited these. I don't have an idea. He's saying he's taking it all upon himself. He made that promise to us. Now, 2 years gone. Can we really say that these promises are abiding? Now, this is not to also diminish the fact that Mr. President has indeed, through all of the travels to other countries, been able to broker FDI, foreign direct investments, coming into the country. But we've had an economist, and quoting particularly Mr. Adefolari Olamilekon, who had said that, be that as it may, that some of these investors or the investments that these investors are making are not the type that will indeed be long term That's one. Secondly, they're not the types of investments that will trickle down to the very grassroots, the people who need these jobs. So, when we go on developmental strides, are we going on it for the short term, the long term? Is it really hard to get the economy to a place of stabilization? Now, we're not saying that we can correct all the wrongs from the past. Nobody's saying that. Nobody's also saying that all our pains and troubles will go away. But let me cast your mind back at the time when supposedly a very disgruntled few enjoyed the wealth of this country when fuel subsidy was not removed. How much was fuel? 190 something? It wasn't even up to 200. How much was it? And that has affected even every other thing. Yet here we are. Can we diffuse this statistics and say that it is not real, it's not true, or it's not reflexive of the minds of Nigerians? Well, you tell me. I've been trying to connect with our guest now, but I don't know. Seems like it's just not connecting for some reason or the other. But we will try to see how we can get him again via another means. We'll try. All right. But anyways, I want to hear from you though. Let's get into the issues already, right? I mean, there's been issues that concern Nigeria's economy being heavily dependent on oil, making it vulnerable to fluctuations in global oil prices, the country's economic instability. I mean, we've continued to contribute to poverty, unemployment, and inequality, and this is exacerbating security challenges. Social factors such as poverty, illiteracy, unemployment, they've all contributed to Nigeria's security challenges. The country's social fabric is also stained and strained due to ethnic and religious tensions. Say we're making giant strides. So if Nigeria, it was in a state of death and it needs only a drop of water to revive, you tell me, have we had that drop of water just yet? But yet, the IMF, I'm going to reveal something to you about all this pressure and all this instructions from the IMF and the World Bank. That will be tomorrow's conversation, so you best don't want to miss it, right? I'll play something for you, and it's just the truth and nothing but the truth, honestly. Yeah? The same IMF have come out to saying that all the reforms is not really getting to the grassroots. The same IMF, the World Bank will tell our country, dictating for us what to do. Remove subsidy on this, remove subsidy on that, remove subsidy on this, and we will be taking a bow. Why? Because we are looking for some loan to borrow from. Is that it? Or is there something more that we don't see, that we're not aware? And so we're calling out the government to show some decency, to show some decorum, to acknowledge that the power is with the people. And when we address politics, it's not to mire them, it's not to destroy them, it's because we are stakeholders. In fact, the most important stakeholders in the process. And we deserve to know. To tell us, what exactly is this marriage with the World Bank, the IMF? Now, we understand that there are economic concerns, economic linkage. Yes, we do. But aside that, what exactly is this marriage where they give instructions, we're shaking to and dancing to their tune, Are they paying the piper? Who is the piper? Who is dictating the tune? Who is dancing to it? Because on here on this platform we've had seasoned guests in their own capacity and rights talk to us, point us in the right direction. But I beg to tinker a little bit. Does it mean that all of those special advisors to Mr. President, they are so uninformed about these different sustainable solutions that we talk about every now and then? Or they are not just part of the system? 82% of Nigerians lack confidence in National Assembly, while 79% distrust the judiciary. What's your take on that? 0907-353-0044. DR the number 09087668888. And the WhatsApp portal number is 0909-705-4450. Hello. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning to you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, fine, thank you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name? I'm calling from Sudan, Germany. I'm being Comrade Salisu on the line.
All right, so Comrade Salisu, go straight to the point. Let's hear you. What's your thoughts?
God bless you. The problem we have in the country, number one, we have a good country. But the problem we have, well, you see, the government try to do things, but it cannot work. Why it's not working? Well, you know that it's not working. You need to try to bring another strategy to make it work. Number one, the Tinubu administrations have tried travel to outside country to bring people to invest in the country. Why they are not coming? First of all, security, not security this country. Number two, what is going on? There's no power, electricity in this country. Many things have happened. Because the country is put their hope in oil, every oil, and they will continue like this. There is no job opportunity in this country. People are running away. Students are going away. Everybody are going to different things. And they are putting security in the pressure in this country. Like EFCC every day catching our children to arrest them and up and down. Because the countries are not, the people that are leading us, they are corrupt. They are not want to do the right thing. They want to do the thing in their own way. Their friends, their children, their wives to enjoy and remain in the country with problems every day. So what I'm saying is that let our leaders begin to know that what they are planting on the ground is black, it's not white. And when you plant black things on the ground, they turn to darkness. And I pray, let Nigeria not turn to darkness. We want light, we want goodness, we want unity, love. But this love is not there because our leaders are selfish interests all the time. Let God Almighty enter their mind to change their way because their way is wrong. Thank you. God bless you.
All right. Appreciate Comrade Salisu right there. All right. Let's just go see. I mean, there's some concerns from the place of economic development. What economic, development strategies has the government implemented to promote sustainable growth, to reduce poverty, to address the rising cost of living? I guess this is why the Nigerians losing trust and faith in the government. Well, let's go see comparative analysis now. Nigeria's challenges, well, it's not unique. Mr. President's doing his bit, he's doing his best. Other countries that face similar issues. Take, for example, South Africa. They've struggled with high levels of corruption, state capture, leading to widespread protest and calls for accountability. Look at Kenya. Just today, go on the front page, go and revisit the 7 a.m. newspaper review and see for yourselves what's going on the front page of Nigerian newspapers. Kenya. Look at the massive destruction going on there because the people are tired, because the people have not been captured. in the process of governance, because the yearnings, the aspiration of the people has not been met, not even halfway. Because the people feel disconnected. And then the reason for constitution is so that there will be an orderliness, more like a document that contains orderliness for a group of people who share same or common interest and goal, agreeing to abide together side by side in love, peace, and unity. But rather than foster unity, the type of politics we practice is divide and rule. Oh, it's my people, ethnicity, tribalism, religion. And yet, we tell ourselves, we are one indivisible nation. But then the practice, our action, if especially from the elite and politicians, is telling us something different. Using all the tools at their disposal. Little wonder the African polling institutes have come up with this, or have reached this type of conclusion after credible polls from Nigerians. And then it makes me wonder too as well, what is going to be the outlook for 2027? Well, you tell me. Apologies though, still trying to get through our guest right here, but then we'll just take one more call and then see to it that we go on a recess, because I can feel the studio here is tensed. All right, so we calm down and douse the tension, and then we get back with, the program. Hello, good morning.
Barrister, good morning.
Yes, Obasanjo. Where are you calling from?
Thank you, Barrister. Wonderful topic this morning that you bring from God. In fact, a lot. The education that you people, even though we don't go to school, but we get more educated that you people usually bring on the studio, on air, for all Nigerians to listen and to us put their contributions. What is happening in the country? I think that you see the ADC, the coalitions that you see, it's not something. In the north, you are in the middle belt. If you take if you post, just post. Let me just tell you, just post within the ADC and the APC and the PDP. Then check out the comments of the people that we see. That's to tell you, the people are getting aware, the people are getting annoyance, the people are...
Okay, Obasanjo, we lost that call from you already. Well, we'll just take this time out, go on a recess. We'll be right back, and hopefully with the voice of our guest beaming through.
No AC? No problem. We're cooling you down with the freshest hits.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
This is Nigeria, where every new day brings a fresh chance to dream bigger, push harder, and live confidently. But true confidence is more than hope. It's knowing that no matter where you are, no matter who you are, you're protected, empowered, and ready for the journey ahead. At Sanlam Alliance, we believe confidence isn't just for a few, it's the right of everyone. That's why we have come together, uniting the strength of a Pan-African giant and a global leader to give you the financial protection and solutions you need to succeed. Because when we come together, we protect more, we achieve more, and we all rise together. Sanlam and Alliance is now Sanlam Alliance. Sanlam Alliance. Live with confidence.
Think Counseling Network in collaboration with Reeds Empire Human Development Limited and partners bring to you the Game Changer Conference, where entrepreneurs, leaders, and youth gather for one powerful purpose: Discover how to shift your thinking, redefine your patterns, and elevate your influence. Whether you are employed, unemployed, leading policies, or building empires. Date: Tuesday, July 8, 2025. Venue: Novera Central Mall, Use Zone 5 Hall, Abuja. Time: 11 a.m. Seats are limited. Your next level depends on this decision. Don't mix it. For more information, call 080-3869-8516. 080-3869-8516. Game Changer Conference 2025. Change your pattern, change your life.
I like how the mathematics teacher dey teach us. Even sef, she know dey 2 bits and she know dey give us too much homework. See, me, I just dey think of how to japa when I finish school, cause my papa don talk say he no get money to send me go university. When Nel Fund dey there, now waiting.
Yes, so Nel Fund na special loan from Tinubu government to help Nigeria students pursue them university education without wahala. Them go come later dey pay back small when dem don get job. Apart that one, Tinubu government also get credit score and many other empowerment programs for Nigerian youths to give them kampe future. So therefore, Nigerian youths, make una chill, no shaking. Hope don renew, and even though we never reach where we dey go, Nigeria don dey overcoming challenges small and prosperity don dey show face. We don dey road to national greatness. Make una support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to make Nigeria work. Nigeria, we don dey waka the correct road. Na State House, Department of Media and Publicity power am.
Things they happen for our community, eh?
Now I can recoup back all the money I have spent on this annoying family.
Hey, yeah, that woman own don't finish.
My dear, let's go and greet them, okay?
Hey! Join Media Coalition and Awareness to hold trafficking, MICAS, on I Wish I Knew radio drama and program every Saturday at 10 a.m. on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Join us to kick human trafficking out of our society. I Wish I Knew radio drama and program is brought to you by MICAS and funded by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Denmark.
Eagles 102.3.
We're back looking at, the fact that 83%, a whopping 83% of Nigerians have little or no trust in Tinubu government. You believing that? Is that really true? I mean, the government has shown some promises when it comes to the economy, but yeah, even though we paid off our debts, there is an implication to it. Does it make us beggarly, so to speak? Does it make us the dancers on our show? On our own show, we become the dancers, we become the spectators, we become, everything, but not the organizers, right? Does it also make us puppets, so to speak, in the face of some of these world institutions? One of such being the World Bank, the IMF, and all of that. I mean, when do we indeed get it rightly? This indeed precedes President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Look at the past presidents that we've had. It seems as though they are receiving some orders from certain persons. Because how do you explain where you're seeing the right path and you know that this is what you need to do so that you can solve problem B? Now you're in problem A. So you know that, okay, you know what, of all of these problems lettered in the letters of the alphabet till Z, if you can just handle A will settle B, C, D, and all of that, which of course is corruption. That things will be at least all right. It's not like you can totally diminish corruption, but make a standpoint. Your body language, your speech, the action. Make it clear. Let us know where exactly you stand. Go on the streets of Abuja. Go on the streets of Nigeria. Lead it as a campaign. I tell you, wouldn't we just begin to see peoples in the high places adjusting? Or are you speaking the same language as they? Now let's go see what James is saying, a family member here. He is saying, good morning, Yudi. Good morning once again, James. All the way from Suleja. I'll expect the shameless government fanboys and the government to come out to claim it is an opposition-sponsored poll, or come up with their own alternative poll that counters this in their usual manner of image laundering, Sir UD. Nigeria is currently a crime scene, despite all evidences pointing to insecurity, economic malaise, and clear policy somersaults. The government and its bigoted supporters will come to tell you all is working too well, and those complaining are just sad election losers. Impunity without due process at all levels is mind-boggling, and to think they've been more focused on politics than governance. Any government that cannot take responsibility for its actions and inactions is irresponsible and a failure. The president, during his campaign, said if he doesn't give Nigerians constant electricity in his first term, he shouldn't be voted for. This is one of the many bogus promises made by people who were clueless on how to fix things. They were only interested in getting into power. And we keep going back to the matters of concern. Hold the leaders accountable. Who is bringing back these conversations? Saying, you said. Even God says, hold me accountable for what I'm saying. Because I wouldn't just say things and then throw it away. Because then where's my integrity? So how much of integrity do we have? Well, the polls are out now. Are the polls really reflecting what Nigerians are going through? Or are the polls inflated, so to speak? Or are they affected? Or they're not resonating enough? And yet we have special advisors scattered about. In fact, just recently I saw something where the vice president is saying, how the special advisors have helped this government. Special advisors? Really? How much of it have we been helped? Like the numbers of special advisors that we have, even some SAs are having SAs, and SAs. And if you ask me now, somebody tells you that's employment. Special advisors, up until 10. Even special advisors are having special advisors. So where do we go from here? What will be the conclusion of the matter? Because we've faced various security challenges throughout history, including the Biafran War, 1967 to 1970, the current insurgency in the Northeast. All of that has worsened within the years. We've seen the place of misplaced priority, where people are being killed, and yet we're somewhere in Borno State or Gombo State fighting over how or not somebody's name has been omitted as vice president to run for 2027. We're there bickering about who's going to come up in 2027. Inter-party conversations taking over. Are we really serious? I mean, are we really serious? Like, are we serious? That's the point. I need to know. Because Nigerians are have expectations of a government. Ensure equitable representation in appointment and policy making. If we saw that, then that's fine. Reform the security sector to promote accountability and effectiveness. Prioritize economic development and reduce poverty. These are expectations that we have. Protect human rights and promote accountability. Promote national unity and rebuild public trust. Because if we don't do that, the implications, according to the survey, reveals significant lack of trust in government. The government might continue to face increased scrutiny and demands for accountability from citizens and stakeholders. Even the legitimacy and effectiveness of democratic institutions in Nigeria will be put to question. Lack of trust in government may also deter investment and hinder the economic development that you have put in so much effort traveling to get these people to come. Are we even talking about local investors? Aren't they the drivers of the economy? Are we talking empowerment? I mean, there's a lot to talk about. Shouldn't we be having regular updates, citizens' engagement, establishing independent oversight bodies to monitor government activities? I've always asked the question, EFCC is the watchdog of a society. Who watches the dog? Who watches it? Can we boldly say that we've had an inclusive governance? Can we boldly say that we've been able to reform the security sector that will promote effectiveness and accountability? Can we boldly say that human rights are protected? Can we boldly say that there is national cohesion? Well, the survey's findings paint a bleak picture of public confidence, though, in the key institutions and leadership across the executive, legislature, and judiciary. I mean, with a trust at its lowest ebb, trust is the lowest. This administration is facing significant challenges in rebuilding legitimacy, accountability, even citizen engagement. Well, I'm so sorry, couldn't connect with our guest today. But yes, the conversation is still trending on Facebook and YouTube. Get on there and see for yourself what's going on and be part of it, right? Okay, so let's see if there's a message on Facebook there, and we will take it. Okay, we see, this one coming from Fater Ephraim Sarwan saying, your opinion? Oh, I don't know what you mean by that. But I'm hoping that you don't live in Nigeria. Also, Francis Namani saying, watching live from Amagunze in Enugu State, Nigerians are really passing through severe hardship, hunger, insecurity, and high rate of poverty under the present administration, and we wouldn't continue like this. This is where we call it a close. 10 o'clock, I'll be here. General open banter. And then, of course, 11 o'clock would be Abuja Now.
No AC? No problem. We're cooling you down with the freshest hits.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Hello, Nigeria. Hello, Africa. Do you want to work in the healthcare sector? Do you want to be a trained certified nursing assistant, medical assistant?